Alright, so we got our master cylinder installed, or I'm sorry, slave cylinder. So it's ready for bleeding. The bleeder's open. Now we got to free up the master cylinder here. And see, I have it propped, pushed in with this rod, so the fluid didn't leak out prematurely. But now we're gonna exercise it. I guess we could even use the pedal. It's still not coming back all the way, so I'm just gonna play with it, connect it to the pedal, and hopefully we'll get some fluid running through. So I'm trying to bleed the clutch system here. I'm like, what the heck is going on? First of all, this piston doesn't quite retract on its own all the way back. That's a problem. That way it can't take in any fluid from the reservoir. But also I'm finding that the reservoir is full, but there's no fluid coming out of the hose. So something is blocked. We got to blow this out. Maybe I can rig up the old pump somehow and blow that line through, because we're not getting any fluid to the master cylinder from the reservoir. Alright, progress is being made. I finally, just by exercising the piston, got it to retract all the way. See, it's coming out right there. And it's all sludgy, but now that it moves freely and comes back all the way on its own, and my glove is severely ripped, now I want to see how to get this fluid from the reservoir, flowing down this pipe, and we should be in good shape. Now what I want to do is use this handy dandy gasoline siphoning device, kind of like a vacuum pump. So we're going to put that on the line here, on the end of this, and hopefully we can suck some fluid through and then quickly put it back on and bleed the whole system. Alright, so I have it hooked up. I'm going to blow through it this way with my mouth and hopefully some bubbles come out. Man, that line seems pretty clogged. Damn. Maybe we can hook up the pump to this. So I have no choice. I'm going to take that hose off the reservoir, hopefully without breaking any nipples. Now, this plastic seems to be pretty resilient. It's not like hardened or anything. But I'm just going to slip this hose off the nipple, hopefully, and we'll see what the heck is going on. Come on, little guy. You can do it. Oh my gosh, come on. That is a long nipple. And there's this metal clamp on here. I kind of try to pry it open a bit. It's already pried open. We'll just keep going. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's not coming off. Okay. We got the hose off. Now I'm going to use the brake bleeder, or the clutch bleeder nipple, and fluid is definitely coming out of the reservoir. That's capped off now. Hopefully that'll stay there. Didn't lose this precious fluid. I can't afford to lose any. But when we pump the pump, there's definitely a blockage in here. So let's poke at it with a screwdriver. Here's the hose. I can actually see fluid just sitting there. I'm going to see how far the screwdriver goes in. See fluid kind of bubbling out. It's all nasty. So basically I'm just going to clean the hose out. I don't want to waste video footage on that. Now I'm actually going to undo this spring clamp. And have you ever seen one of these guys? You kind of twist it and it loosens up. Let's see, that's tightening it, so go this way to loosen it, which is pretty awesome. Let's see here. Yep, sure enough. Loosen it up that way. If we can get it back together here. I don't want to break it. But that is now loose. I'm going to take the elbow out of the pipe, and here we have a problem. This is where our blockage is. So let's try to blow this out. The hose is also blocked. So let's go from this end. Oh my gosh. Oh, that brake fluid burns your lips. Might have some vodka in there. So the hose, I'm cleaning out with a screwdriver. It goes in that far, almost halfway. And this side, it's real tough. So I'm just twisting it, shoving it down in there. Hopefully, eventually get some flow through this. Ugh. Blech. Let's try again. Nope, nothing yet. So now I'm using the points file to just clean the hose out. I mean, it looks nasty in there, but it is long enough and should be sufficient. Alright, we got flow. Sweet. Ugh. So I guess there's a reason manufacturers tell you to change your brake fluid every 3 years, so crap like this doesn't happen. But now we got some flow. I'm going to put this back on, minus the little clip here. It just snapped in half. We'll reuse this guy. So then we can bleed the clutch. And this is the local way to dispose of trash. Oh, that's fantastic. Alright guys, it's day 2 of the Zaporozhets reanimation project. I found an old battery sitting in our apartment from one of the tenants, and this guy right here, I know it's definitely not ideal, but if we measure the voltage on here, .2 volts, so it's got something. There's also this ancient lead acid battery sitting over here. Just for kicks, let's measure the voltage in that. 1.6. So I think we'll have better luck, if any luck, with this guy. Now, I'm not even looking for enough juice to turn the starter over. I just want enough for a spark, and we can use that hand crank to get her going. Now I'm going to attempt to use this homemade charging device. I got it plugged in to the wall. Let's see what the output voltage is on here. 26 volts, alright. Let's see if we can connect it up to our battery. Make some sparks fly. So that's the positive. Okay, and our negative. Oh, let me connect this up. Let me get that tripod. So after a few minutes here, our voltage has dropped significantly, and we're actually seeing a spark on the charger. The battery is taking some charge. So right now I disconnected the charger. So there might be hope. I wish I had my current clamp to measure the current here. I don't want to connect it in series because if it's more than 10 amps it'll blow my multimeter fuse. Yeah, that's actually normal system voltage. So we'll let this simmer while we take care of finish up yesterday's saga with the clutch. Hopefully we have enough fluid to bleed it out, and then we'll go for the brakes. And well, I'll be here all day. Hopefully we might even get it started today, so stay tuned. Okay, so let's see what's going on with our clutch here. It sat overnight, you know, it was half bled last night. It's not too bad. Actually getting some feedback. And we'll crack the bleeder, let it bleed out some more. I'm going to set you guys up and we'll see if this slave cylinder is doing its thing. It looks like it's working. Feels good. So at this point, let's call the clutch done. Let's move on to the brakes. Alright, so I managed to get the circlip out using a couple screwdrivers. And now this piston in the master cylinder should come out. I'm sure there's a little lip that's rusted around there. I'm trying to get it cleaned up. Let me spray a little magic fluid in there. Come on. I know it wants to come on. It's coming. It's almost out. I wonder if I can grab it with some channel locks here. Oh yeah, there we go. Mmm. Yummy. Beauty. That's what was inside the master cylinder. So I'm going to take a closer look at these seals. I'm pretty sure they're not functional, but I think we should have some in stock. This isn't the same as that clutch you know, master cylinder. So the seal that's obviously leaking, causing an external leak, is this guy right here. Oh yeah, it's completely destroyed. Slide it off. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's toast right there. There's a big tear. Again, this is just the first part of the master cylinder, but I think we'll just replace this seal and assume the other ones in there are good, since then when the brakes work, they worked okay. Although it would be nice to get that other part out. Alright, well let's see, we'll need brake fluid anyways. Let's see if we can find this seal. So I'm a little discouraged here. We have a couple new seals in stock, but when I try to put them on this piston, it just wouldn't fit. So, you know, this one's really thin, and this one's like, I don't know, twice as fat. But then I was talking to a couple guys here, and he noticed that there's some electrical tape. So wound around this piston. So someone's already been here, tried to restore the seal. Like I said, these were not available back in the day. So people did whatever they could to keep these cars on the road, keep them going. So I'm going to try to take this tape off and put that new seal on here, and it might work. So we'll see. Try it out. No way, it actually fits in there. Damn, that's sweet. Lube this up. Hopefully it'll fit in the right way. Damn. See how it's beveled? Putting it in this way, it compresses and works. Putting it in the other way, how do we get that thing in there? Alright guys, so the solution, I'm not going to install this nice new seal because I don't want to cut it up or mess it up, but there was another seal in here that was already pre-cut from a previous attempt to repair something. That way, you know, it's already damaged, I don't feel bad modifying it. And I put it on and fit pretty well. And this one, actually, you can push the piston right into the bore. And I'm hoping it'll seal. The rubber seems nice, and it's better than the one that was in there before. You know, it has the beveled surface, so. We'll hope for the best. Alright guys, back from a little trip to get some auto parts. I found a guy here who was working on his old Soviet vehicle, and he drove me to the gas station and we filled up this bad boy. We got 20 liters of 92 grade gasoline. Now 20 liters is about, divided by 4, it's like 5 gallons, so it'll be enough to at least give us a little run time. And then I went to the auto parts store here, just a 5-minute walk away, and let's see what we got. We got 2 quarts of .4 brake fluid. So any fluid's better than no fluid. I got a floor pump, so we don't have to mess with that old relic with the broken handle. We'll get the tires pumped up. I got some hose to maybe facilitate our bleeding procedure. And then obviously they didn't have the correct rubber seals for the master cylinder piston in stock, so we'll just slap it in and hopefully it works. So let's go pour in some brake fluid. So we're gonna pour some of the good stuff into our brake reservoir. Now, I didn't put that piston back in. I just want to see if this hose is clear because, you know, the other one was clogged. So what are the chances of both of them being clogged? I don't know. Let's see if we can do this and not make a huge mess. Let's see where that fluid goes. There's the level right now. Let's see if it's leaking. Not yet. Ooh, I hear bubbles. You hear them? That's awesome. Something should start pouring out of there soon. The whole system is completely empty since this seal just let all the fluid out to the floor. And yeah. Let's look at our level in the reservoir. I don't really care if it, runs out right now. There's nothing in there. So it went somewhere. So that hose is most likely clear. So let's assemble the master cylinder and try to bleed this sucker. Alright, we should be in business. I can already feel some pressure building up in there, and if we have enough fluid, even if there's a slow leak, we'll just keep adding fluid. So let's fill up the reservoir and crack open those bleeders, get all the old fluid out, and fill it with .4 high performance. You know that little piece of hose that we got? I found another use for it. Let's see. Oh, that's a shame. That's supposed to go in the window. Here's the brake bleeding setup. Coke bottle. There's the fluid that came out, and just have that piece of hose connected to the bleeder nipple. And it's cracked open, and all we do is pump the pedal, and that just forces the fluid through. But you don't need to, tighten it, pump it, loosen it, hold it. There's no one here helping me, so this works just as well. And after I see clean fluid coming through, then we'll just crack it open, wait for a gravity bleed any last bubbles, and should be in good shape. When I initially pushed the pedal down, you could feel a force, and then it went whoosh. So I'm sure there's some cloggage in these old brake hoses and lines and stuff, but once we get the clean fluid in there, it should work as well as it can. Alright, now we're bleeding the front left. There's the bleed nipple, there's our Coke bottle. Let's pump the pedal. Feels really stiff. Oh yeah. And it's out of the floor. Come on, little guy. There we go. There we go. Those lines are definitely stopped up. There we go. That's a nice good feel. Wait a little bit. Let the master cylinder refill and pump it away. Okay, should be good. Let's see if our bottle filled up here. Oh yeah, look at that black sludge. You can see fresh, clean fluid running out of the pipe. That is fantastic. Now we'll just take the hose off You can see the fluid dripping onto the wheel. So let's close that off with our 10mm double-sided wrench. Let's see, where's 10? I'll do it by hand first. Tighten her down. Perfect. One more wheel to go. Look at this sweet, sweet grill. I'm getting excited. You know what the next step will be? Oh, I forgot one thing at the auto parts store. I'm gonna seal the gas tank. Might have to make a trip. Alright, last wheel, right front. That one was pretty free. Happy with that. Alright, all the bleed nipples are tight. Check the brakes. Oh, hell yeah. That's nice, solid brake pedal feel. Check our clutch. Fantastic. Just going to top off the brake fluid. Pump up the tires. What else we gotta do? Then we'll go for the gas tank. I want to seal the top of the gas tank first before putting gas in it, because last time all the gas evaporated and it was impossible to drive in this thing. So we're getting there. So clutch is done, brakes are done. I'm gonna pump up the tires. That might take a little while. And then, I don't know, I guess we'll just set it down on its wheels. And I want to dig out the gas tank. I know there's a seal that's probably dry rotted. We'll have to seal that up before putting gas in it. And then it'll be showtime. Alright, we got 2 bar. And even having PSI, that's like 28 PSI. Sweet. So I'm going to put them all at 28. Is it the final countdown?